Okay, this is your friend Harry B here in Ireland. I've been asked by a few people what's the best way to use Spreaker and output their programs through Spreaker. As you know, Spreaker has their own console and you've got to upload all the songs you want to put out to the great unwashed. That takes forever and ever, and of course it depends on the speed and how many people are on the line at that particular moment in time. Now I prefer, and this is the easiest way certainly for me, is two pieces of software. Sam Broadcaster is one, and another one is a little tiny software. It's called MP3 Rocket. Without those two, forget it. If you want to do it the long way and spend hours putting up a half an hour program, hey, it's your choice, but this is the easiest way. I've been asked by one or two people, how to go about it. Now, apology right away, I've got a squeaky chair. So you may hear that and you might pick that up in the background. What have I got at the moment? Usual. A few computer screens. One's just gone off on me and I don't know why, but I don't particularly need that one at this moment in time. I have a few mics. I have an overhead mic. I have a mixer board. I have a desktop computer. And I have on screen now is the Sam Broadcaster software. Basically it holds all the music that I have on my computer. I've got about 75,000 songs, but there's always songs that people ask for and you haven't got it and you've got to get it, and that's where the little MP3 Rocket comes in. So how do I go about Sam Broadcaster? Okay, it's a program that you pay for. Might cost you 100 quid. I've had it for years and years and years and has never failed me one time. That's how good it is. And yes, you need a little bit of knowledge configuring it out and all of that and the encoders, and doesn't take a genius, because I'm not a genius and I managed to do it okay. So how to go about it? I don't want to go through the technical side of it. It's really how do you broadcast it and put out through the Facebook pages, because people have asked me what's the best way to do it. Okay, we've got a blank screen at the moment. We have the deck A and deck B, which is where your music is gone out to the world, wherever you want to choose the song to put in there. Voice, that's where you turn on off the mic, the history of the songs that you just played, the volume, queuing up of songs, all your songs is on your hard drive, and the encoder. To get music out, you need to configure it. It's a simple configuration. Configure, and you call the program whatever program you want. Now, I did an earlier one, you may have noticed, but my camera as such is a handheld camera, and of course by the time I put it through Facebook, it depends on the size of your computer and what you're looking at, but some of it was a little bit hard to follow, so I'm going to just try and do it again. I had how to broadcast at Harry's. Let's call that 2, okay? How to broadcast at Harry's 2. And once you've done that, okay it. And basically it's good to go. It's idle at the moment, so you're not broadcasting out live. What you want to do is to make up a playlist. There's a queue of nothing in it at the moment. But let's say, for instance, you wanted to pick out a few songs, a genre, as I would say. You could go into your directory. I've got it all on external drive, so it's this one here. Tell a lie, it's this one. So you go down to where your music might be. Well, I've got MP3 Rocket of some files which I've already downloaded, some music files. So you could go into that one. That's somewhere in the music where I've got some stuff. So I'm adding this. So all the songs that I downloaded previously using the little MP3 Rocket, which I mentioned earlier, it's found 200 files. It's a folder I use for specifically music which isn't mine, and I managed to get them for wherever. It's now found 400 files, so I must have been a busy guy. Okay, we'll cancel that at the moment because it Goes down then to the left hand side. You'll see it coming in the bottom left hand corner of the tracks that you have on your computer. Usually takes a little while because it's had to cancel that from the other end. So there they are there. That's the files that I've got. So let's pick out a few, just more or less to just to let you know how this works. Let's have a bit of Dave Edmunds. I'll slide that over there. Cyndi Lauper, why not? Cher, Walking in Memphis. That's 3 songs. You could put on 200 songs, but I'm going to just put in 3 songs just to prove what I'm saying is gospel, if you know what I mean. So up here in the top A and B, you would have whatever one you want off first. So Dave Edmunds, Baby I Love You. We can transfer up there, and as you can see, it comes up at the top there. The next song is Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Transfer it up there. And like magic, it appears. So you got 2 songs about to output. So you're good to go live if you choose to go live at this moment in time. Up here on the right hand side is you got your mic button. I've got it through the headset, so you're not going to hear anything, mainly because if you play it through the speakers you get this kind of reverb backlash, which isn't very good for your ears. Okay, so basically down here your code, you're ready to go. It hasn't started as yet. So let's say we start off with Dave Edmunds, Baby I Love You. It's just a matter of clicking that. Before you do that, right click on idle, click start. So it's logging in. It's encoding. Everything you say and do is now going out to the big wide world. I've just pressed the button up there, Dave Edmunds, Baby I Love You. You can see the bars. You might hear it on my headset. But of course, people who listen will get it on their headsets. So what we've got here is to find out if it has actually gone live. I know it's gone live because the computer's told me. But if I want to go over to my other computer setup, I'll go to where I bookmarked my show, which was called the Swingin' 60s. Which is there. That's my page that people see. As you can see down here, how to broadcast at Harry's 2. It's gone live. As you can see, the red button's live. So that's what people will see when they access. You could Google the Swingin' 60s show at this moment in time, and you would get the music of Dave Edmunds playing here. If I double click on the how to broadcast, this is where the chat room is. So if anybody's listening out there in the big wide world, they could come into the chat room, start chatting to you. You could type in a response, blah blah blah. At the moment it's just out there as a test, so I'm not expecting anybody in at this moment in time. But if anybody is coming, I'll follow you through. So it's now live. People are listening to me. Now, you asked yourself, how do I get my listeners? Now this is where 1 or 2 people have decided they'd rather use the console of Spreaker, and it takes forever and a day to upload 20 songs. I could do 3 hours of broadcasting and not have a hiccup. Going back to the music thing, if I wanted to fade out Dave Edmunds and bring in Cyndi Lauper, what I would do is play Cyndi Lauper and then fade out. You might just pick it up in the headset. Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. The sound on the headset's okay if you're wearing them, but to record from it, it's not too good. And when that's over, automatically you can put in automatically up here, and that'll pick up the Cher Walking in Memphis. That will go up to this top left hand and keep on playing. So you could have 50 songs on there, and you don't have to actually be there in person. You could just put it on automatic and your music will go out to the world. But of course people like a bit of humor and a little bit of human interaction. So the case is, how does it go through to Facebook? How do you actually find people and how do you access them? Well, as you can see, it's playing live here through the Spreaker. If you don't want to use the console, you would use this. If you want to put that program out to Facebook, simply click F for Facebook. It'll come up, share on your own timeline. You could say something about, let's just kick something in. I'm using the one finger, so forgive. Just say, just kicked off. Okay, I can go down to the bottom, post in Facebook. It's posted now up at Facebook, and all your friends that have access to you as a friend on Facebook will be able to hear that live show, everything you say and do. Now if you want to have a group of friends, as I do, I have a group on the Facebook page. I'll click on Facebook again, F, and I'll go up there to where it says share on timeline, and I'll go down to share in a group. Well, I've got two groups on there. One's called the Swinging 60s and the other one's called Friendships Worldwide. The Swinging 60s, you highlight it, type in something just on, for instance. Go down to the bottom where it says post on Facebook. It now goes out to Facebook, and now what you've got is, as opposed to individually targeting someone to listen to your show, you can have 300 friends, 500 friends on Facebook through groups or your timeline, and they will listen just at the click of a button. That's the way to go. So that covers the Facebook page. It's pretty simple. So it ties in with the software of Sam Broadcasting. Without Sam Broadcasting, you could possibly still do it. In other words, if you do the console method that a lot of people use on the Facebook page, you can still have the F coming up here and click on that. I'm sure the console that Spreaker uses will go out in the same sort of fashion I've just described. Personally, I like to have things linked up. The Facebook, the Spreaker, my playlist, etc. are all kind of synced up, and basically that's it. I would recommend Sam Broadcaster software because I've been using it for 10 years, never had a problem with it. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention was, if somebody asked you for a song that you didn't have, I'll just let this go because I've got auto up here. You'll see what I mean. Share Walking in Memphis will go up here when that song by Cyndi Lauper is finished. If you watch the top of the left hand screen, you'll see where it kicks in. See? Share Walking in Memphis. Again, through the headset, you might just pick it up. So that's everything I say and do and play music is going out to the big wide world, and they hear exactly what you say and do on this particular software. If somebody asks you for a song that you haven't got, this is where the little MP3 rocket comes in. There you go, MP3 rocket. Somebody might ask you for a record you haven't got. I'm just thinking of something obscure at the moment that you wouldn't have. Let's say Hank Snow, okay? I don't have a lot of Hank Snow songs, but let's say, for instance, I wanted to pick out a Hank Snow. See, Hank, forgive the one typing, I'm holding the camera. Hank Snow, I'd go searching for it, and I've got a load of, these are songs that's out there in the World Wide Web. So let's say, for instance, I'm Moving On, which is the first one on the list. I go to download. Click download. OK. At the bottom there you see it's connecting. The progress bar says 4%, 15%, 25%. And that actually goes into a file in your hard drive. And to access that file, you go to My Files. This is all alphabetical order, so you look for Hank Snow, which obviously starts with an H. Hank Snow. I'm moving on. Do you see it? So what you do with that is you drag it from that bit of software over to this bit of software. So there you have it. You've got Hank Snow waiting to play. If you want to play it right away, you take it up to the top. Hank Snow. You press the play button and you fade out share, and you might hear it be picked up on the headset. Now that little operation, picking up an obscure song on the internet and playing it on your playlist live, is no more than a minute, you know. Why waste your life waiting for a song to download or upload when you have the convenience of 2 bits of software? So that'll play to its heart content, and that more or less tells you how to search for a song, access it and put it through the Facebook page and go live. At the end of the day, of course, when you're finished, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 3 hours. You're allowed 3 hours on this particular case. By the time it gets to the end of the playlist, if you want to continue, bring a record over from the left hand side. How about Chicago? Chicago's there. When that record finishes, let's fade it out. Up top, you'll see it coming up at the top there. Chicago, another rainy day in New York City. Again, I could only let you pick up from the headset. So there you go. That's basically it. Finalizing. Sam Broadcaster, first class. There's a little bit of configuration to get it set up, but when it's set up, ignore it completely. And next time you want to do a show, it's all to do with the encoders. Right click, config, and call your name whatever you want. At this moment in time, it goes out live. How to broadcast at Harry 2. That's what people are hearing. Anyway, hopefully to the people he's asked, especially one particular guy in Manchester. How you doing, Ben? Hope that's of use to you. I know you mightn't want to fork out for the Sam Broadcaster, but try the Spreaker console, because the Spreaker console, I'm sure, will bring up your page, and there'll be a F button there, F button, Facebook, and just go through what I just said. Okay, that's the end of my little tuition. Didn't say I was going to be any good at it, but it's a hurried, unscripted little, well, what can I say? It's useful. Hopefully it might be useful to you. See you all soon. May your God go with you. Take care. Bye bye. Just click the stop button. And there you go. You've done your program. You're out of it. Go down the pub. Meet somebody. Let them buy you a drink. All that kind of stuff. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.